I am handsome. My name is Basil. Hello. Hello. Oh. There we go. Mr. Basil. Hey guys, welcome to CritterCast's very first Meet the Critters video. I am super excited to be making this video for you guys, and I thought, as I said in the previous podcast episode, that our very first Meet the CritterCast video should be about Basil, of course, because he is the very face of our podcast. So everybody say hello to Basil. If I can get my camera to focus on him. Oh, the cutest. Such a handsome boy. Basil is a leopard gecko. He's our very first leopard gecko that we had, and he kind of inspired CritterCast. So, a couple things about him. You guys know all about leopard geckos if you listened to episode 1. We talked about all geckos, but we specifically talked a lot about leopard geckos because, you know, Basil was our co-host for that day and our inspiration. So, if you can see his color pattern, he's kind of yellow with brown splotches and this like lavendery purpley tail. That is a normal color pattern. So he's a wild type, a normal morph, meaning that if you were to see just like a regular leopard gecko out in the rocky deserts of Pakistan, that is what you might see, is a Basil type leopard gecko. It also means that he was cheap to procure. Huh. Basil, because he's kind of a picky eater, which is not super common of leopard geckos, but because Basil in particular is a picky eater, eats mostly mealworms, the occasional dubia roach, the occasional cricket, and lots of yummy treats like hornworms and waxworms. And you can tell he eats lots of treats because he is a fat boy. He is the most fattest, chunkiest boy. Show them you're fat. Show them, my chunky boy. Indeed. He also has a nice thick tail. He's a very well-sized gecko and a little bit overweight actually. So we weigh him pretty regularly. I weigh him once a week to make sure he's not losing weight, make sure he's eating well, and I also make sure he eats because I hand feed him because I can't just put bugs in there with him. He will not eat if I do. He loves to crawl around and explore, so he gets to come out of his tank multiple times a week to explore with me. I try not to do it too much during the day because they are nocturnal. But Basil we've had for just over a year now. We got him from a breeder at the Sacramento Reptile Show. It's a breeder that actually specializes in other types of reptiles, but they happen to have like 1 or 2 leopard geckos last time we were there last year, and we fell in love with Basil, and that's why we brought him home. Basil loves to watch TV. He loves to crawl on faces, and he is a teacher for a humane education program with the Yolo County SPCA. Huh. Are you a teacher? Indeed. He comes along and teaches classes with me to help kids learn about pet responsibility and being a good pet owner, and how you can have lots of different pets, not just cats and dogs, and how maybe a reptile might be the right pet for you if you live a really busy schedule or you don't mind feeding bugs. That's kind of all about Basil. If you guys have extra questions about Basil or about any of these pets after we do our Meet the Critters videos, then go ahead and shout them out in the comments and we will respond to them, right, Basil? He will help. He will respond to them. What do you think, dude? Oh, that's a handsome boy. Oh no, don't focus on me. Focus on the handsome boy. Oh, he's so handsome. Look at his spots. The cutest spots ever. Okay, everybody say bye, Basil. Basil say bye, everybody. Thanks, CritterCast watchers and listeners, for looking at this cool video about Basil, and also for listening to our podcast. Yes, we love it. Basil likes to give kisses. He's the bestest boy. The bestest boy.